My sister stole my identity to claim our father's fortune, but she never expected his final letter. The day my father died, I wasn't crying over losing him. I was staring at a woman who had just introduced herself to the lawyer as me. For a moment, nobody in the room spoke. Then the lawyer looked at both of us, frowned, and quietly asked, "Which one of you is Amelia Brooks?" I slowly raised my hand. Before I could say a word, my older sister smiled confidently and placed a passport, a driver's license, and several legal documents on the table. Every document carried my name. Every photo was hers. My name is Amelia Brooks, and until that moment, I believed my biggest tragedy was losing my father. I had no idea my own sister had spent 2 years stealing my identity, to steal my future. My father raised us alone after our mother passed away. He treated us equally. At least, that's what I believed. I became a high school teacher. My sister, Rachel, always chased money. She jumped from one business idea to another, borrowing money from friends and relatives until nobody trusted her anymore. Whenever she got into trouble, Dad helped her. Whenever I warned him, he smiled. "She's still your sister." I never imagined those words would cost him everything. 2 years before he died, my father was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. His memory slowly faded. Some days he remembered my birthday. Other days, he couldn't even remember his own address. Rachel suddenly became the perfect daughter. She took him to doctor's appointments, handled his finances, managed his paperwork. I thought she was finally becoming responsible. I couldn't have been more wrong. 3 days after the funeral, the lawyer announced that my father had left behind nearly $18 million in property, investments, and savings. I wasn't thinking about the money. I only wanted one thing: his handwritten goodbye letter. Instead, the lawyer stopped reading. He looked confused. "According to these records," he said, "Miss Amelia Brooks has already received power of attorney over 2 years ago." I frowned. "I never signed anything." Rachel interrupted immediately. "Yes, she did." Then she smiled at me. The smile wasn't loving, it was victorious. The lawyer handed me copies of the documents. There it was. My name. A signature that looked almost identical to mine. And fingerprints. Everything appeared legal. I felt sick. That afternoon, I hired a forensic document examiner. 3 days later, he called me. "Your signature wasn't copied." It was slowly practiced hundreds of times until it became almost perfect. Someone had spent months learning how to become me. Then another surprise arrived. The fingerprint on the documents wasn't mine either. It belonged to silicone fingerprint molds. Someone had created fake fingerprints using medical-grade materials. This wasn't simple fraud. It had been planned for years. The investigation moved quickly. Police searched Rachel's apartment. Inside a locked cabinet, they discovered something unbelievable. There were copies of my passport, practice sheets filled with my signature, a printer used to forge government documents, even a blonde wig identical to my hairstyle. Rachel hadn't only stolen my identity, she had rehearsed becoming me. When detectives questioned her, she denied everything, until security footage from a government office was recovered. The cameras showed Rachel wearing the blonde wig, glasses, and clothing almost identical to mine while applying for replacement identification documents. The room fell silent. She finally admitted the truth. She believed our father would leave everything to me because I had cared for him throughout my childhood. So she decided to become me before he died. But Rachel had overlooked one thing. My father may have forgotten many things, but he never forgot how to protect his children. The lawyer opened a sealed envelope marked, "To be opened only if my daughters argue over my estate." Inside was a handwritten letter. It read, "If you're hearing this, then someone has chosen greed over family." The lawyer continued reading. "For that reason, every dollar of my estate has already been transferred into a protected family trust 6 months ago." Rachel's face turned white. The lawyer wasn't finished. "Only the daughter who refuses to fight over my money will control the trust." I looked at Rachel. She looked back at me. For the first time, she realized she had destroyed her own future. The court declared every forged document invalid. Rachel was convicted of identity fraud, forgery, and financial deception. She received a prison sentence and was ordered to repay every dollar she had stolen. Months later, I visited my father's favorite park. I brought his letter with me. As I read his final words one last time, tears filled my eyes. "Money can build houses, Amelia, but only character builds a family." That day, I understood his final lesson. Greed may win for a while, but the truth is patient, and sooner or later, it always collects its debt. End of story.